Hi, my name is Arlene. I've been blind since birth. I was born May 1st, 1953, and the reason I'm blind is because there was too much oxygen in the incubator and they didn't know how to regulate it. It's called RLF. It's a very long word for the condition, and that's why. And I've been blind all my life. People think you can't miss what you've never had. I've had so many people say to me that it must be easier for someone who has never seen than it is for somebody who's seen and goes blind. But I said, because you can't miss what you've never had. But I tell them, yes, you can miss what you've never had.
That's right, because I was 27 when I became blind, and I remember cooking, and being able to see the food and all the apparatuses, the cooking utensils that I was able to use, just using the seasoning, and seasoning all the food. And I mean, think about how much easier it is for me now being able to cook. I think if I was born blind, I wouldn't even have the courage to cook. You want to share one of your cooking experiences, Arlene?
Well, I'll tell you, when I got married, and I was married for 45 years to a wonderful man, I made him a meal. I said, well, he likes hot dogs, and I made green beans, and I made potatoes. Well, normally that would have come out good. But I was waiting for the hot dogs to split a little bit because that's the way he liked them. And I didn't know they were skinless. So everything burned.
See?
And he didn't say anything. He ate it till I said, oh, this is terrible. And he said, yes, it is. And he was blind too, but he used to be able to see. And when he could see, he was a chef. So he told me, yes, it is, but I wasn't going to say anything. But from now on, I'll do the cooking.
Yeah. So was that the first and last time that you
Yes,
cooked?
it was.
See? And there's a couple other examples. Being blind is not easy for either one of us. But just... even just going on nature walks now and imagining the sun filtering down through the leaves and how peaceful and relaxing, just holding that in my mind's eye, it's just such a beautiful thought for me to do. Arlene can't do that, she's outside. And then dreaming. I get to still dream everything I see in full color, all the images I used to have before I was blind. And of course I get to picture, I'm not gonna forget my colors, blue, the blue sky, the green grass. Now Arlene, tell them what you see at night when you dream.
When I dream at night, I see nothing. I dream of people and places and things, and I hear their voices, and I'm walking or doing things that I would do, but I see nothing. Nothing is in color. It's just nothing.
You just hear a bunch of voices, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you told me something very interesting once before is touch, right? You get sense, like in your dreams are physical, right? More physically oriented.
Yeah. Your senses are stronger. My husband used to tell me people this, and they would tell him he was crazy, and he'd say, no, it's true. I can smell when it's going to snow. I can smell it coming in the air. I can smell when it's going to rain. Some people think that's crazy, but it's not. I can.
And you're saying you can?
Yes.
I feel like being blind, after I became blind, definitely like a sixth sense has turned on with me, like the echolocation, stuff like that. And you must have a good echolocation too.
I can tell, it's called facial perception. I can tell if I'm walking, or if I'm somewhere, if I'm near a wall. I feel it in my face.
Yep, I can feel that if a cupboard door is open, I can tell before I come to it. So I have that too, yeah. But that's interesting about smelling the snow. And tell me about that dream you told me about, the physical sensation dream that you had. Do you remember about the kissing, like somebody kissed you in the dream or something? But because you couldn't see, that was really powerful, you said.
It wasn't when the Lord came, was it?
That was.
I remember telling you about.
Was real.
That was real, but that.
You don't remember the dream, the physical touch dream, though?
I can't remember what one that was.
That's okay, but tell the Jesus story. I love that.
I have 2 artificial hips and an artificial knee, and I can walk a little bit with a walker, but that's why I'm in a chair. But when I had my first hip done, I had to have 2 operations on it. And the second time I almost died. And I woke up on a ventilator 3 days later and wondered what the heck happened to me. Because, I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. And I was in intensive care for a week. And while I was there, the good Lord came to me. Jesus came to me. And I didn't see him physically, but he put his hand on my cheek, and it was a soft, warm hand, gentle, and he said, Arlene, I'm the good Lord. Don't be afraid. You are going to be all right. And I did recover.
Wow.
And he also, my sister and I were estranged at the time through my doing, not hers. And he said to me, love your sister.
Wow. That's amazing.
That was in 1914. I mean, God, 2014.
2014.
Sorry about
You're
that.
Fine.
And in February of 2014, and I still remember it to this day like it was yesterday. I've never forgotten it.
And he just came in your recovery room, right? Basically.
Yeah, in my hospital room.
In the hospital room, yeah.
In intensive care. He just was there. Put a hand on my cheek and spoke to me in a soft, tender voice.
Like soothing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like the rush going through you, like energy-wise? What did he feel like?
It felt warm, comforting.
Yeah. Wow.
Just peaceful.
Yeah.
Everything good.
So beautiful. Well, Jesus loves you, and we just wanted to put that myth. We wanted to lay that risk down to die. That myth down to die, right?
Yes.
About just what people. It's not easier for those born blind. People think they have it easier than people like me that have,
We wanted to shoot down the myth that you can't miss what you've never had.
Exactly.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can miss what you've never had. And Jesus loves you, and so do I.
And I love you as Christ loves you.
Bye.
Bye.